Good morning, happy Wednesday. Glad to have you here for Barre. We are going to use something for light weights today, as well as if you have your squishy ball or rolled up beach towel or throw pillow. We don't need a chair or countertop today, so don't worry about having that. If you do have something that you can use to kind of help you glide just a little bit, we'll use that in our, just a paper plate, a towel if you're on a hard floor surface, something you actually don't even have to have when you can kind of use just your hand, but it just kind of helps smooth things out a little bit. So make sure that you have an appropriate amount of space to work, and then if you have a mat and would like to use it, that's great too. We're going to jump right in. We've got a whole new set of exercises today, so we're going to have a good time. So last warning, just make sure that you are healthy enough for exercise. Make sure that you've got a doctor's approval if you've got any issues, and if you feel like there are any exercises which are too much for you, just sit out for the minute or find the modification. I'll try and give you modifications as we go along. Just pick the things that are going to work best for your body. All right, so come to your space. And we're going to start with our feet just about hip width apart. Give me a nice couple of deep breaths in. And exhale. Just think about connecting your feet to the floor. Connecting through your big toes, your pinkies, and your heels. Give me another big breath in. And exhale. Now take it up on toes. We're going to go nice and slow to start. Inhale, exhale. Now I want you to just speed it up a little bit. Press into the balls of your feet. Press. Press. Couple more. Now on this one, take it up, find your balance. Hold it here. Engage your core, squeeze those glutes. And bring it down. Give me a little shoulder roll. All right, I want you to take your right leg in front in a little lunge position. Both feet facing forward, so all 10 toes are forward. No feet facing out. And I want you to lunge forward, really pressing into that back heel as you come up. Hinge forward. Hinge. Feel those stretches in both the front and back legs. They feel a little bit different. Nice job. Now take it down, bring it up. Rock that knee up. You can even add some arms if you want. Lift that knee. Last one. Hold it down. Arms come forward. We're going to do a little fancy arm move here. We go down and back. Bending those elbows. Bringing it forward. And then we pinch them in the back. Woo! Wake up those arms. Should I give you a little side view? Last one. Nice work. Same thing on that other side. So that left foot comes in front. Make sure all 10 toes are facing forward. We're going to hinge forward, pressing into that back heel when we come up. Press. Chest is up. Eyes forward. Don't forget to breathe. So we're getting nice and warm here. Last one like this. Bring up that knee. Raise it up as high as feels good to you. We don't have to go wild and crazy here. Add some arms if you like. This is the last one. Hold it down. We do those arms again. Reach. It's like a two-part movement. Reach. Reach. Give me this, and I want you to hold it back just a little bit. Think of this being your arms as like your cape flowing out behind you a little bit. Reach, and then bring it up and around. Nice work. Okay, nice wide plie, and we're gonna have little goalpost arms here. So bring them to the center, bent elbows high, and then we open, open, bending those knees, but keeping the knees behind the toes. Open. Nice job. Give me two more like this. And I want you to hold it here, extend the arms, and we're gonna pivot one foot. Bring that other arm to meet. Get that rotation. Back to the center, bend, bend. We've reversed it, see? This time the arms come together as the knees bend. A little bit different. Arms extend, other side. Four more like that. Last one. Excellent work. Let's bring it down to the mat for our upper body warm up. We're gonna hinge forward at the hips, walk it out to a plank, bring it down. Hands come down to the mat. We're gonna hold it here, and then I want you to take your left arm to the center, right arm comes behind. We hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Right hand to the center, we go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees. Woo! I didn't give you a lot of time to think about that one. Just jumped right into it. Okay, we're gonna do a little tricky push-up series here. But when we're doing this, I want you to think of doing like a mini push-up. We're not going the full range. So don't be intimidated, do your best. So come to your good push-up position with those hands spread a little bit wide and directly underneath your shoulders. Take that right leg, cross it under, and then we do a little push-up. Other side, little push-up. Cross it under, little push-up. If you need to drop your knees here, you can. We're just going a little baby push-up. Last one. Go ahead, drop those knees, spread them nice and wide. Give me a child's pose. Good work. That is all for our warm-up section. Grab yourself a little drink. We'll move into arms and legs. Today we're going to do something just kind of slightly different. Instead of having our arm and leg section completely separate from our core section, we're going to kind of have them blend into each other. So we start out with a lot of arms and legs, and then we kind of move to arms and core, and then we finish off with core. So it just kind of runs one into the other, and there's some reasons for that. Just because we want to keep multiple muscle groups engaged and change things up a little bit. So we're going to start with those arms and some legs together. I want you to grab your light weights. If the weights feel too heavy at any point, you're more than welcome to put them down. Don't feel like you have to hold them the whole time. The way that we're doing arms with this particular exercise too, we're not isolating arms, so you could even do weights for part of the time and then put it down halfway through if it feels like too much. We're focusing on shoulders, so kind of keep that in mind as well. We're going to start with goalpost arms like we did in the warm-up, and then you're going to take that right foot out. We're going to only just tap the toe when we tap, so kind of keep that in mind. Don't want you to place your whole weight in that front foot. Goalpost arms, here we go. We lift, lift. Working on balance, those muscles. Lift, 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 lift. 2 more. Now we're going to change it. Hold that knee up and we extend the leg as we rotate the arms, bringing them parallel to the floor. Arms and legs parallel, or leg I should say. 2 more. Woo! Standing legs burning. We're gonna give a little pulse, 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 pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And can you extend for that hold? Woo! Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Give yourself just a little bit of a shoulder, something right there. We're gonna wait to do that second side until we can give our shoulders just a bit of a break. So put those weights down. Oh, well, let me see. We're gonna use a heavier weight for this second side. So if you can either combine your 2 weights for a heavier weight, or if you have something that you can use as a heavier weight. If not, it's no big deal. So you just find what works best for you. Only 1. And we're gonna bring it out to a wide plie. And I mean like wider than you would normally do. So nice and wide, knees and toes out to the corner. You're gonna hold that weight in your right hand. We go down, switch, down. So you see I'm extending one leg at a time. Weight goes down to the floor. Chest is lifted and that booty is pushing back behind to keep the knees behind the toes. Take it down. Bring it all the way back up to your waist every time. Keep that breath going. Hold it off to the side. Down and up. Nice work. 2 more. Here comes that pulse. Lift, lift, lift. Chest is lifted as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press into that left leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Little shoulder roll. Little twist here. We're going to do it again. Few more side to side and then we'll hold it off to the other side. All right, here we go. Down, down. Standing all the way up in between. Pressing into the outside edges of your feet. Hold it off to one side. Standing all the way up. Give me 4 more. Here come those pulses. Lift, lift, lift. Don't sink into that heel. We're just lifting up out of it. 4 more like that. Lift, lift. And what do we do next? We hold, sinking as low as feels good. Keeping the knees behind the toes. Check in there. And bring it up. Good job. Put your big heavy weight down if you were using it. We're going to do that other side with those goalpost arms and the little rotation. So we bring that left foot out. Little toe tap is all we're looking for. Lift. Lift. Think of just pressing everything up. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower back down. 2 more. And then we hold it up, rotate, rotate. Woo. Feel that real fast. 2 more. Here come those little pulses. We're working on balance, we're working on all kinds of muscle groups here. It's okay if you're feeling a little winded. Hold. Can you rotate? And hold. Find that balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. You need a drink. Go ahead and grab one. If you made it through that little section, well done. That's some tricky movement. There's a lot of different muscle groups. We're going down, we're coming up, we're using weights. That's tricky, it's hard. Nice job. All right, we are going to move into a little lunge series. So if you feel like sometimes you might be a little unstable, think of trying to spread your legs further apart and then just keep your chest lifted and those glutes engaged. It will help with your stability. Also, you can find something, a fixed point to look at, and that will also kind of just stare at something at eye level, and that can kind of help with your stability as well. If you need to grab onto a wall, that's another option, something that will help you. So we're going to take the left leg in front, right leg is going to be doing the movement. Hands can be here, but if you want, you can even hold them here if you feel like that helps with stability too. And I want you to go back into a fairly deep lunge. We're going to hold it here, and then we cross back. Lunge, cross, lunge, cross. So we're keeping the bend in those legs the whole time. Lunge, cross, lunge, cross. It's getting fatigued real fast. Woo! Hold that lunge. We're going to go half range. You can go all the way down, halfway up if you want, or you can kind of keep it more in the middle of the range of motion. 2 more. Take it to that cross. Little pulses. Get yourself nice and stable. Oh, right there. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? Ooh, keep that chest up. And then we're just going to take it here and hold as low as you feel comfortable going. We're going to hold. Woo! Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Give yourself a little shake there. All right. Same thing, other side. So this time that right leg is going to go in front. That left leg is going to be doing the movement. Start in that nice deep lunge. Nice and a lot of space between the front and the back foot. Here we go. We lunge, woo, cross. Getting stuck on my mat. Lunge, cross, lunge, cross, woo, cross. Woo, losing balance. Be careful, don't fall. Last one. Hold it in that lunge, half range of motion. Two more. Take it for the cross, and we pulse, lifting up out of the joint. Little pulses, little pulses. Hold as low as you can go. I know It hurts, but I promise it's the good kind of hurt. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Give yourself a little shake. And then I want to do a little figure 4 stretch. So cross that right ankle over the left knee. Grab onto a wall if you want. Little stretch, little stability there. Sink into it like you're sitting into a chair. And switch sides. All right, keep it going. Excellent work. Okay, we've done a lot of legs, so we're gonna give the legs a break for a second and do some arms. Grab your weights. We are gonna do a little pyramid. So for those of you that don't know, a pyramid is where you start with one of 2 different exercises, and then you move up to 2 of each, 3 of each, 4 of each, and so forth. So we're gonna do 6 of each today. If you feel like it's too much with the weights, do it without the weights. So we're gonna do a series of chest flies and tricep extensions here. So we've got feet about hip width apart, and then I want you to hinge forward just a little bit, little bend in those knees. Weights come in the front, and we're gonna bend those elbows as we pinch the shoulder blades behind us. That's the first exercise. The second is a tricep extension where the elbows come up towards the ceiling, and then we press back. So we're gonna do 1 of each, 2 of each as we move through, so we get 6 of each. Okay, 1 chest fly, 1 tricep extension, 2 chest flies, elbows come up, 2 triceps. Bring it down, 3, and 3 extensions, 4, here we go. Exhale, inhale, elbows up, 4 triceps. Make sure you're keeping your neck in a nice neutral position. We don't want to put any strain on the neck. 2 more. Bring those elbows up, 5 triceps. Here's our last one. Here we go. Bring those elbows up. Woo! Bring it down. Give yourself just a little bend here. Come on up. Nice work. We're gonna get a little drink, and then this is where we're going to transition kind of down to the floor, and we start mixing a little bit of core with our arms and legs. You're just gonna need 1 weight. And we're gonna come to a tabletop position. As I've said before multiple times, if the weight feels like too much, you don't have to use a weight. So we're gonna be here in knees for a little bit. If your knees bother you, double up your mat. That's totally fine. We're not gonna be out of this tabletop position for a while. So double up your mat, grab a little something as a cushion, whatever, because we'll be here in this position for the next 2 sets. So get into your tabletop position, and then we're gonna take that weight into your right arm. You're gonna have shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, nice and square. We are gonna move the left leg, the right arm. That right arm goes out, the left leg comes up, and we curl both. Curl, 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 curl. Give me 4 more. Then for our half range of motion, we're gonna press out. Press, press, press. You got it. Hold it here, little pulses with the curl, 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 little flexed foot. extend. We don't have to go out all the way, just a little bit. Almost there. Bring it in. Now, okay, we're gonna come over, we're gonna do the other side. So grab the weight into your left hand. This time we use the right leg. Starting with that bicep curl, here we go. Arm and leg together, curl, curl. 4, 3, 2, 1. That half range of motion, we press out, 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 out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot, we do that little pulse curl. Hold and extend. Woo! Almost there. And bring it down. Go ahead and put that weight off to the side. So we're going to stay in this tabletop position, and this one is a little tricky on the brain, but it's not too hard to get into. So just take a second, kind of observe. Again, keep that padding underneath the knee if it feels like you need a little something extra. So you're going to come into this tabletop position, and then I want you to curl your left toes, and you're going to lift that knee off the floor. The right leg extends. We tap the left knee as the right leg comes up, lift, tap, lift. So we're alternating what is getting lifted here. Lift, lift, lift. Ooh, it's a lot of work. 2 more. And bring it down. Give yourself just a little quick break. That one will get your heart rate up super fast. We're holding our body up, but there's movement to boot. Nice work. Give yourself a little breather. Excellent job. We're going to do that other side. Come down. This time we curl those right toes. Left leg extends. Lift that right knee. And we tap, tap, tap the knee as the leg lifts. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Bring it down. That is a tricky one. You guys are always very gamed for whatever I throw at you, so good job. All right, we're gonna kind of move more into your ball, your squishy thing, as well as your paper plate, your whatever you're going to use to slide. I'm going to use a little dish rag on my hardwood floor. So you want the rag or the paper plate, whatever you're using, to be on the floor, not on the mat itself, because you need a little slide capability here. And you're going to take whatever you're using for your squishy thing, and you're going to wedge it under. We're going to start with that left side, under that left hip. So it's just kind of there, offering a little bit of support, and then you can kind of stagger your legs a little bit, or you can stack your legs. Not a huge difference between the two. Hand goes on. Let's see. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. So let me come over just a bit, and you're going to take your hand on your sliding implement, and we're going to go out, drag it in, drag, drag. This is going to work your arms, but it's also going to get into those obliques a little bit here. Breathe. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you can lift that top leg off the floor. And we go to that half range. We're not going to go all the way out this time. We're just going to come halfway in, halfway in, halfway in, halfway in. You can hover that top leg. That will help you get more into those top obliques. Here comes the pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. As you bring it in. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 4 more. and hold, out, lift that top leg. Whew, you wouldn't think it would be that hard with the ball underneath it, but you should be feeling it right here. And drag it in. Nice work. If it bothers your elbow at all to do that, you know, if it feels like it's putting any kind of strain on that elbow, try and do it with a bit more of a bend in the elbow. All right, we're gonna switch sides here. Weight or that ball goes underneath your hip, legs extend, and here we go. Keeping the chest lifted, not rounded towards the mat, but kind of towards the opposite wall. Bring it out, in, drag it in. Really press that palm into the floor. You've got 2 more. All right, half range of motion. If you want to go ahead and lift that top leg, you can. It's going to increase that work. 4 more. Here's that pulse. We pulse in, 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 in. Hover that top leg. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1, and we hold. Lift that top leg. Keep it up there. Woo! Almost there. And drag it in. Excellent work. Okay, go ahead, unfold that mat if it's been folded. You can put your slidey implement out of the way. I don't know what to call it. Normally in class we would call it a disc, but obviously most of us are not using any kind of disc. Take your ball and I want you to place it just behind your lower back. Give yourself a little support there for the lower back. And then I want you to keep your chest lifted and think of scooping out your abs. So we're going to lean back, but we're going to scoop out those abs. And then, whoa, hello, my ball just kind of jumped out at me. We're gonna bring those knees up, and then I want you to just kind of make little fists and press against, and we're gonna rotate here. Kind of like what we did on the Russian twist, but without weights. We're just gonna work to get those elbows to tap as we hold those legs up. Couple more. And bring it up. With the legs up, it gets hard really fast, so we don't do a ton of them. A little breath here, and we're gonna do it again. Usually we keep the feet on the floor, we do a little more leaning back, but with the knees up, that's all the work we need today. So bring those legs up, scoop the abs, chest lifted, here we go. Tap, tap, tap. Try and keep those legs steady. We're not moving the legs. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Grab another drink. And then we're going to come to our backs. So I want you to lay flat, and then your legs are going to extend, arms come overhead. So what we're going to do is bring one knee up at a time. Head and shoulders are going to lift off the mat as you go. So it's 1, 1, 1 at a time, switching sides, keeping the chin off the chest. Think of lifting up towards the ceiling, not forward towards your leg. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you go down. 4 more. And bring it down. Give yourself a little breather. Maybe even kind of a little stretch overhead with those arms. All right, you got it in you to do another set? Yes! I know I can't hear you, but I'm positive that you're saying yes right now. Yes! Okay, maybe I'm not positive. All right, here we go. We lift up, up, bending those knees. Lift, 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 lift. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Another little stretch overhead. All right, I want you to roll over onto your side, and then we are going to have forearm and elbow down, and then your bottom knee is going to be down as well. We're gonna work arm and leg here, but in a lot of ways it's really just working your core. So keep this lifted here and just focus on contractions both on the side and in the center. Nice flat arm, shoulder over the elbow, and then this arm goes overhead. We lift and then crunch in the front. Lift, crunch. Hip is off the mat. Lift, crunch. Lift, crunch. Lift, crunch. Lift, crunch. 2 more. Woo! Drop that hip, give yourself a little breather, swing around and do the opposite side. All right, again, shoulder over the elbow, hand nice and flat. Bottom knee is bent, and then we lift up off that hip. Tap, crunch, tap, crunch. Breathe. Almost there. 2 more. Nice work. You guys, you're troopers. Okay, we have just a couple more ab-related exercises. Actually, no, sorry, we only have 1 more. You're almost there. So, you're gonna want your ball again. If you don't have a ball, this might not be as tricky for you as another exercise. As if you had a ball. So do your best to kind of help create a little instability in this next exercise. So you're gonna put that ball underneath your left foot. We're gonna do a bridge here, and that one foot is just gonna create that instability. It's gonna make us wobbly. It challenges all those little stabilizer muscles that, you know, sometimes get neglected and don't get as much work. Hands can be flat on the floor next to your hips, and then I want you to put your whole foot on the ball, and your right foot that is not on the ball is gonna press up. Like, well, both feet are pressing up, but the right foot is gonna be the one that's bearing most of your weight here. So press both feet up as we go up and down. Lift and lower. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Squeeze. 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 Keep it going. 2 more. We're gonna do that half range of motion, halfway down, all the way up. You can see that ball is wobbly. It's what we want. A little more challenging than your standard bridge. Give me little pulses up, 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 up. Keep lifting those hips for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Woo, we're shaky. And bring it down. Grab that ball. Bring it in, your knees into your chest. Just give me a little side to side. Nice work. Take the ball. You know what comes next. Other side. Put it underneath your right foot this time. Again, hands flat on the floor, and that left foot is going to be right underneath the left knee. So we want to make sure we're in proper position here. Keeping the chest moving up towards the ceiling and the chin off the chest. Here we go. We lift. Squeeze those glutes. Lift. Lift. Don't forget to breathe. Very important. We go to half range, halfway down, all the way up. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1, then pulse it up, 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 up. Lift those hips every time. Almost there. 2 more. Hold. Ooh, holding. And go ahead, lower it down, grab that ball, just hold it there for a second, lift those knees. Go ahead and put it off to the side, get it out of the way. Bring those knees into the chest, just give me a little rock here. We get to have our nice little stretch, so stick with me so we can give a little relief to those muscles we worked. And then I want you to lift your shoulders and your head up off the mat, bring them towards your knees. A little tuck here. And release. Now make yourself as long as you can possibly be. So arms come overhead, fingers and toes extending to opposite ends of the room. Stretch. Start to slow your breathing. And then I want you to bring your feet flat on the floor, back into that bridge position. We're going to do just a nice little gentle bridge here. Lift up and then take your hands and clasp them underneath. And then think about rolling your shoulders down, and so that your shoulder blades are touching the mat. And if you can, press your fingers into the mat. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, then just lift into your bridge. Just trying to open up that chest, get a little stretch there. Then gently release those hands and lower down. Give yourself a little breath. And I want you to take your right knee, go ahead and lower the left leg down. Right knee is going to come into some gentle circles. Hold on to that kneecap and just rotate. And take it the other direction. And grab a hold of that knee and open up nice and wide out to the side, but keep that left hip on the floor. We don't want to be twisting or rolling. Just open up. Keep that left hip in contact with your mat. Bring it back to the center. One little squeeze into your chest. And then lower it down. Grab that left knee in your hand. Little gentle circles. Kind of just rotating through that hip socket. Other direction. Take the knee in your left hand, open it out to the side. We don't want to lift the right hip up or roll. Come back to center, a little squeeze into the chest. All right, now I want you to make sure that you've got a little bit of room overhead, and I want you to bring your legs up, and if you want to stop here, you can stop here. If you want to lift up just a little bit more and support, this is going to get a nice little stretch into your lower back and even into your mid back. If you want to continue all the way to where your toes are touching, you can do that too. If you feel like that is way too much for you, just kind of find that stopping place and stop there. Just something to kind of give a little stretch through your back here in a different sort of way. You choose what works best for you. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, bring it down and roll up. Little tricky move there. I want you to come so that you're facing me, and we're gonna spread legs out nice and wide. So give yourself a little bit of space here, and then I want you to walk your hands forward as far as feels comfortable to get a little stretch through those inner thighs. Try not to round your back. We don't really want a little hunchback here. Think of just lowering your chest down towards the floor. And then you're gonna just walk your hands over to that right foot. Little lean over the side there. You can grab onto ankles or feet or whatever feels comfortable to you. Get that nice deep stretch. And then we walk hands off to the left. Same thing over there. Come back to the center. Walk those hands back up. And then I want you to bring the soles of your feet together. Having those feet in the center just kind of changes that stretch a little bit. So we're gonna, again, lean forward. We're not seeing how far we can lean forward. We're wanting to keep that chest up this time. So stop wherever you feel like you have to start rounding your back. That's not what we're looking for today. Let those hips open up, get a little stretch through the glutes as well. Come on up, extend that right leg out in front of you. Take the left leg, cross it over, and then you're going to use that right arm to wrap around and twist to look behind you over that left shoulder. Keep that spine straight, no sagging. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, come around to the front. Uncross that leg, extend it out in front. Cross the right leg over, left arm wraps around, right hand goes around, and you look over that right shoulder. deep breath in. As you exhale, come back to the center. Go ahead and sit however feels comfortable to you. And I want you to just reach back behind. We already did one of these in our bridge position, but we're gonna do another one just to make sure we get into those other little muscles there, different angle, different position. You can move around in the stretch a little bit. A lot of us are not moving as much at home during this time as we were when we were going to the gym. So just make sure that you're being gentle with your body. Make sure you're drinking a lot, that you're stretching, doing all the things that you need to take care of you. Go ahead and reverse it, pressing away from you. And then bring it down. Give me a few little shoulder rolls. Reverse it. Just hike those shoulders up by the ears for just a moment. And then bring one arm across the chest. Keep the shoulder drop down from the ear. Open up nice and wide, and we do the other side. I don't know about you, but my house seems hotter too than the gym does, so I think I sweat more or get more overheated. So make sure you drink a lot to make up for any extra sweat. Go ahead and cross that arm behind you, like a little tricep stretch here. Some good tricep work earlier. Open up, other side. And release. Gonna do a few little neck stretches here. We're gonna do something kind of different. Gonna do little half circles. So I want you to take that chin to opposite shoulders. Nice, gentle movement, kind of nice and slow. Half circle on the bottom half. Now we're gonna do it on the top half. Don't crank your neck too hard, just a little gentle movement. Now we're going to do it right on that center line. Hold it here, and then think of drawing a circle with your nose. Take your circle the other direction. If you feel slightly dizzy at all, you can go a little slower, or just do your own version of a nice neck stretch. Hold it here in the center. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale. Again, breathe in. Let those lungs expand as you take in as much air as you can fit. And then when you're maxed out, just release it like a nice slow leak in a balloon, just a tiny little bit at a time. Again, breathe in and out. Let your body relax. Let your mind slow down. Feel where your body connects to the floor. And with each exhale, just let any tension you're carrying release out of those places where you connect. Just let it seep away from you, leaving you feeling calm and peaceful. When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. That brings us to the end of our class today. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't see your faces, but I love to know that there's people out there that are able to connect with and have a wonderful workout on this Wednesday morning. So